And the police state ends with me, and we made it one more day. Today, I'm going to start with a smile, just to prove to myself that I still can. And if that looked forced a little bit, I hope you'll understand why. Okay, today I'm going to go over an item that was approved by the Bartlesville City Council at the meeting on September 8th of 2015, just a few days ago. If you haven't watched the video, Washington County DA caught using seized funds for personal use, it is just 5 minutes long, but you will want to go back and watch that video first, because that applies to this video, and without that video, you won't understand this video. If that makes sense, you need to watch that video first, because I'm not going to go back over the information from that video here. So, the item approved unanimously by the Bartlesville City Council at the September 8th, 2015 meeting is, and this is from their agenda, a memorandum of understanding between the Bartlesville Police Department and the Office of District Attorney for the 11th Judicial District, Kevin D. Buchanan, District Attorney. Now this is the same DA's office caught using seized funds for personal use. Going on, setting out both agencies will share equally 50% in all forfeitures which the Bartlesville Police Department is the arresting agency and or participates in the seizure of the forfeitable property. Now note those key words, and or participates in the seizure. What this means is you don't have to be arrested or charged with a crime for them to take your property. They are planning, and have been doing for some time now, to seize funds and property from people they will not charge with a crime. They are in writing, with the approval of the unanimous Bartlesville City Council, planning to seize money and property from people that are completely innocent under the law. Remember, the law is innocent until proven guilty. They have been and plan to continue seizing money and property from innocent people. Now this is in writing, conspired between the Washington County of Oklahoma DA's office and the Bartlesville City Council and the Bartlesville Police to take property. Now, they've been doing it all along anyway. They're just now so bold because they know no one can do anything about it. No one's going to hold them accountable. They're just so bold as to put it in writing. Now, I know this is happening all over the state of Oklahoma and the country, but it still needs to be pointed out, folks. You aren't safe from the police state even when you are an innocent, hard-working American. These corrupt government officials and police are conspiring right out in the open to steal from you by lying and saying you are a criminal when they know you are not. That is all it takes, is their lie. Constitution and the Fourth Amendment be damned. Now, if you haven't watched prior videos, you need to go back and watch from the beginning, because this is what has happened to me. They stole from me. Why are they so bold to do this? Again, because we live in a police state where the police can do anything they want to you with no consequences. The Bartlesville police have absolutely no consequences for lying and saying you are a criminal when you are not. And no one will stop them. But this must stop. I, for one, say no more. It's time to speak out. You can read the agreement I put down in the description. You can click on it and go out and read it. But no, it is intentionally vague to allow the Bartlesville police to do anything they want. Even come to your house and just take whatever they want from you. Such a police state. If you click on the item down in the description and go to page 19 of the PDF file, you'll see it. Also, know another trick they have to even get around civil asset forfeiture laws altogether. This is something the Bartlesville police do, and the Washington County DA does, is to just take your property and money, then say they are investigating you and leave the investigation open forever. just never close the investigation. Then they can just keep your property and use it for personal use. Talk about dishonest liars and thieves. That's your Bartlesville police, folks. Ah, freedom. America. Gotta love a police state. It is sickening. The Bartlesville City Council wants to raise taxes. It's on the ballot coming up here in October. They want to raise taxes since the first time since the 1980s, I believe. As they say, sales tax is not enough anymore. And they wonder why so many folks don't want to come to Bartlesville to shop or just dine out and such. You are not safe from the Bartlesville police in this town. They are a roaming gang of armed robbers looking for any reason to steal your property and escalate situations into an arrest, a property seizure, take your car, take your money, take your computers, take anything they can get from you, or fine you, or ticket you, harass you. That's what they're here for. Their whole propaganda of protect and serve is just that, propaganda. And this just has to stop. We must have an outside investigation into the Bartlesville police and corrupt local government. They won't even allow someone to run against the current officials, not without them using the Bartlesville police as a hammer to nail you down and stop you from running for city council. We don't have a democracy in Bartlesville. We have fascism, with the two large local employers dictating who can be involved in our government. It is too corrupt to even believe. Now, I'm going to break in off my notes and tell you that within the next couple of days, I'm going to bring forward another item that was on the agenda that appears to be a blatant bribe that the Bartlesville police have received to either continue investigating me or to plant evidence on me. And it's outrageous. It's just outrageous. And while I may not be able to prove it, I'm going to ask that question. You know, whenever someone gives money, $20,000 to the Bartlesville police, they usually do a press release on it. They tell who gave the money, and the media covers it. Well, this time they just said it was something to the effect of, and I'll do a whole video on it, so I'll get the exact wording, but unanticipated funds received, unanticipated revenues. Yeah, well, who gave them that money? And the money was to the Bartlesville police. That's a bribe if they're afraid to tell us who it is. And if it's either one of these corporations or one of the people that works for these corporations, we know exactly what's going on. You know, they know they could find nothing on me, and they're scared to death that I'm going to keep stirring this pot. You know, thousands of people have watched these videos now. and I'm not going to shut up. And so what? They're going to take a bribe and plant evidence on me? Is that what you're going to do? And we know you're watching the videos. You know, I'm not hiding anywhere. You know, right from the very beginning, I've said my name and the town I live in. This is right out in the open. The police state ends with me. You guys are corrupt, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. Shame on you. Swearing before God, going under oath and lying. Planting evidence, is that what's next? I'm asking the question. There's no accusation here, not yet. But if I get the evidence, you can believe there's going to be an accusation. And while the FBI, no one else cares, I think people do. You're corrupt. Oh, shame on you. Tisk, tisk. You know? Maybe not now, maybe not with me. Down the road, you're going to get caught. And you're so bold, you won't even stop. You're doubling down. Well, good luck with that. Like I said, what I'm doing may not do any good for me, but it may do some good for someone else down the road. Take a good look in the mirror. You're corrupt criminals. Allegedly. Again, I want to point out, what I'm going through is awful and completely unacceptable or livable. But I believe it is about 1% of what minority folks and communities encounter from this corrupt police state. I don't know how you do it. You're tougher than me. And I don't pretend that what I'm going through even remotely matches what minorities and minority communities are going through. However, even what I'm going through in this corrupt police state is too much, and it must stop. The police state ends with me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.